And y'all, that was the amazing Candy Carson, Ben Carson's wife. You know, I respect a woman who can go out there and make a damn fool out of herself and still think that she did something amazing. Like no joke, I respect that, because even in the field I'm in, being a supposed psychic, or you know, people don't take you seriously. They think, you know, all of these bad things about you. But the funny thing is that it takes a lot to go out there with your head held high and do what it is you love. She loves to sing out of tune, you know, off note. You know, it takes a strong person. So I think it's a brave person. I actually respect Candy Carson, but this is about Ben Carson, aka Mr. Sleepyhead. That's what I call him. I just call him Mr. Sleepyhead. I don't know no other way to. Spirit wanted to set me straight, right? Spirit is like, it's not funny, but it's funny to me. But I do have very serious spirits. But what they are saying about Ben Carson is that Ben Carson has a very big heart. Very, very big heart. He really does care about people. The thing is with Ben Carson, it's not that he doesn't believe people shouldn't be helped. Not that at all. What he does believe is that he believes that a lot of public services should have a time limit or a time constraint, and he only believes that a certain amount of people should only be allowed. It should be a limited resource where too many people cannot get on it, and if they do, they can't stay on it. And as you know, he is over HUD, which I think was a very racist inside joke from Donald Trump and his. I'm not even gonna get into it, but and I'm upset that he took that position, because a man who is so brilliant and has such an amazing story about his life literally fell for the okie doke. And it's just really like, you're black and you're head of HUD. Like some hood shit, so we're gonna put you. I'm not feeling it. So it's not that he doesn't believe that people don't deserve help. He does. But he just believes that it should be a limited amount of time. Plus, Spirit is saying Ben Carson is a big activist for the two-parent household. He feels that within the and this is what Spirit is telling me. Like, I haven't read this anywhere. He thinks that black men and black women need to put family first and God, and things will work themselves out. He's a big advocate of that. So it's not that he's against helping. He just feels like there's a time limit to it. My problem with Ben Carson personally is that your story is an amazing story, but that does not apply to everybody. And not everybody, no matter black, white, or Asian, will have the same drive as you. And most people don't wake up and want to be brain surgeons or brilliant brain surgeons. I just feel that you destroyed your reputation that you worked so hard to build. That's just how I feel. But I'm just going to allow Spirit to talk. And it's not that he's a Republican, but once he said that Harriet Tubman doesn't belong on a cash tender, I was done. Like, I was done with him. I was like, your mind is warped. You know, I think you need brain surgery. But anyways, y'all, he done fell into the sunken place and we can't get his ass back. Like, you know, so let's just go. And Ben Carson to me is a perfect example of somebody who's fell into the sunken place, like, or sink, or wherever he went somewhere far, far away. tell me about Ben Carson, what he's going through right now as the head of HUD. As the head of HUD. As the head of HUD has it. Ben Carson, head of HUD. Ben Carson, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. I'ma let the cards talk in this one. I'm not even gonna say anything. Y'all, he's trying to figure out how to make this work. He's trying to figure out how to make this work. It's funny. He's not really trying to get rid of programs, but he's trying to divide things up. It's weird. It's like, it's funny because I almost feel these cards are trying to tell me someone who's trying to keep things juggled but save money. So he's not trying to get rid of the actual programs, but it's weird because I feel like he's trying to take money out of it. It's like take money out of it and then put it into something else. So the money is going to be taken out of it, but then it's putting him in a weird place where he's having to try to juggle all of these programs. And Spirit is telling me he needs help. Like, he really can't, even though, I mean, he has a staff and he has advisors, he needs help. This is going to be a tough 4 years for Ben Carson. I feel like he's in a lot of meetings. He's doing a lot of talking. There's people under him who actually have expertise in this. So right now, they're trying to figure out how to make cutbacks, which I think is going to come around 2018. We'll start seeing the actual cutbacks and what exactly is going on. It's going to affect a lot of royal areas. His cutbacks are not, it's weird, if you live in the cities, you won't be as badly affected, but if you live out in the royal areas, you kind of screwed. It's gonna be hard. Like, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be, and I don't feel he's doing it on purpose. He's trying to suck money out of it to put it towards something else, but he's trying to balance it, but he's having a hard time. There's a woman who is actually, I don't know, like second in charge or second in, y'all hate this shit, second in charge. Speaking of a woman who is second in charge, who is, she has a lot of ulterior motives. I wonder who's the assistant to Ben Carson. It's someone, I don't like her. I don't, and it's funny because I think she's a woman of color herself, or she's mixed or something. I don't like her. I don't like her. She makes a lot of noise. She talks a lot, but there's a lot of backhanded stuff going on. But she comes off as knowing what she's doing, or knowing what she's gonna help him make a lot of those cutbacks when it comes to, like, especially in the royal areas. Like, I don't like her. She's very, who's Ben Carson's assistant? I don't know. It's a woman who has, you know, ethnic blood. I don't know. She's ethnic. That's just all I see. But I don't like her. Just saying it. This card is telling me that, he had, y'all, all his plans have been canceled. Anything dealing with his personal life, personal travels, or doing things of such and such, y'all, he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He's had to deal with the actual fact that things are not going as planned. Also, something that keeps coming up is the fact that he's very limited. He feels limited. He doesn't feel like he has a lot of moving room, moving space. Like right now, I feel he's in meetings. He's typing stuff up. So for the physical, what is it called? The fiscal year or whatever it's called, is coming up. We're gonna see a lot of cutbacks. A lot of people in royal areas are gonna lose, you know. But he already came in where there wasn't really a lot of options, so he's already like limited. So he came in not really being able to do much, and I think it was done on purpose. Think it's like he's the substitute teacher, and he came in and the like main teacher already gave him the syllabus and he kind of has to follow it. But that's just the energy it is. Yeah, y'all, there's not enough to go around. He's gonna try. There's just not enough to go around. And the actual funny part is he's worried about my brain is spinning. He's worried about the actual children. He's worried about how our children going to make it through this, because he's seeing it as the actual children who are going to like suffer. But the thing about Ben Carson is how his mind works. It's like he feels bad for the kids, but it's funny because he blames it on the parents. Like, you guys should have made better choices in life or else you wouldn't be here. But he forgets that same system, how it was set up, is the same system that set your mother up, that set your daddy up. And that's why your story is so amazing, Ben. It's because you went through racism, you went through everything. You had to work probably 30 times as hard just to get what you wanted. So I just feel that like he's out of touch, that he's so brilliant that he's stupid. So y'all, there's a lot of players, and there's so much. Ben Carson is the face of HUD, but he's not in charge of HUD. I just want y'all to understand, he's the secretary of, but y'all, he's not in charge. He's not in charge. There are so many other players who are in charge, and he's being watched. They have somebody in that office who is watching. He's watching her, and he's watching Ben. He's in charge. He's in charge. He's the one who's in charge. And the funny thing is, I almost want to say it's Donald Trump, but I don't think it's Donald Trump. I think it's someone who Donald Trump put in there to watch him or to make sure things go as planned. And then he doesn't like this woman. It's something about her that he just doesn't like. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Having to learn new ideologies and make new agreements, y'all. Learning. So he's learning right now how the actual system works. One thing I keep feeling, because as a spiritual reader, you also have to go with what Spirit is trying to make you feel. I'm feeling a lot of restrictions. I'm feeling a lot of people watching him. Like, I don't know why he took this. Like, I mean, I understand that you're gonna make tons of money off of this, but in the end, you're not even trusted to do your job. So it's like they don't even trust him to do. He's being watched. Look. It's an I. Y'all, he's being watched. He's being watched so bad. It's not even his real position. Like, why would you take this? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, for money and fame? Yeah. Ooh, y'all. It's going to be disastrous. We're actually going to hear about it in the news. It's going to come up. But I don't think we're going to start hearing about Ben Carson until like October, November-ish is when the media is going to go in on Ben Carson. But this is crazy because I feel like the man and the woman who work in Ben's department are going to go at it, and it's going to be chaos. But the thing is, Ben needs them, so it's going to be crazy. It's going to be quick and sudden, and then it's going to be all over the actual news of 2 people leaving or 1 person being fired. The weird thing is, I think it's the woman, not the actual man. Y'all, it's a mess. I didn't know it was this much of a mess. I didn't know. It's just a lot, guys. It's a lot of stuff going on. And y'all, saving money, making, okay, so he's saving money, but then at the same time he's making cutbacks, but then at the same time he's making money. So it's like the cutbacks, it's making money, but the money is going into something else. It's crazy, y'all. I don't even, I want to keep reading about this because it's pissing me off. Y'all, it's so many. Ben Carson is literally a puppet. Like, I know we've heard that as a joke, but he really is. He's not really the one who's running HUD. HUD is being ran by some other people, and it's not him. And it's weird because I almost want to say the guy who's really running the actual show, he has a Jewish last name, or he has a Jewish background. It's something like Polinsky or something. It's something Jewish. And I think the woman who's gonna end up getting fired in October or like November, there's something ethnic about her. She's not black, she's Spanish, she's something. Okay, so y'all, I have a headache. It's like, I have a headache. I'm mad. It's too much. It's too much. Tell me, Spirit, about how Ben Carson feels about how he's being, wow, okay, it's already coming out, how he feels he's being treated, because I know he's got to see this. Like, Ben Carson, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Well, first of all, he feels very, oh, this camera is too far, guys. I want to get, first of all, he feels very like limited. The man, y'all, that man with the beard, there's somebody else over Ben Carson. There's somebody else over Ben Carson, and he ain't trying to hear it. He's like, do what the syllabus says, ho. You my hoe, I'm your pimp. Do as the syllabus says. It's crazy. I'm done, y'all. I'm done. There is that Spanish woman. She's about to get left because that man, he doesn't like her. I think she's mixed or Spanish, something. It's still telling Ben Carson. I literally feel like Ben Carson is like, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Like, he stays in his office. Like, I just feel like he's like, fuck this. I'm just gonna ride this out into the sunset. I don't even see any movement. I just no, a bearer of bad news. Movement, but the horse he's riding is black, so it's telling me he's not really. She works though. The like mixed chick or whatever she is, she works. Ben Carson is not going to really get things moving until, like, I feel like start to have a little bit more power until like the end of 2018. He's just there, y'all. There's another man who's running the show. Straight up. He's running the show. It's him. He's running the show. It's not Ben. Ben Carson is just there. Y'all, this Donald Trump shit is crazy. Like, straight up, this is the most craziest administration I've ever seen in my life. And to me, it represents the kookiness of the like Midwest. It represents the, yeah, it's just kooky. Like, I don't even know. It's not good. It has a very great energy. It's not good. It's not bad. It's like that person who you hire who okay, y'all, what does Ben Carson's bloodline have to say? What advice Ben Carson's ancestors, his ancestors are split. Some of his ancestors are very, like, wow, you really sold out. And some of his ancestors are like, this is progress. So it's weird. It's split in half. Ancestrally, it's split in half. So I think even sometimes himself, when his ancestors are close, I think he feels conflicted at times. Because he doesn't want to see kids suffer. But then at the same time, he's like, well, shit, stop having kids out of wedlock. That's how he thinks, y'all. Okay, ancestors, bring down your knowledge. Bring down your ashe. Bring down what we need to hear. Because his ancestors are so mixed about it. It's like, let's see, ancestors. They're proud of his achievements. Like, he achieved so much that he made some of his ancestors cry. Like, that's just how proud they are of him. So proud, so proud. One of the things that hurts Ben is that he couldn't save his mother. I don't know what his mother died from, but that really hurt him. I don't know if Ben has siblings, but I feel a isolation from his siblings, or his siblings not, like, a lot of his family don't really talk to him. Like, a lot of his family is not really checking in with him, so automatically he feels isolated. He doesn't feel like he belongs. Okay, y'all. So it's just pretty much him and his wife. He's not big into his other. A lot of people in the Trump administration are getting these cards for some reason. Six of Cups. Temperance. Balance. I think his mind needs balance. I think something's wrong with his mind. I've always heard that people who work in the medical field, like doctors or people who have very advanced degrees, he needs balance. Wow. Okay, ancestors, keep talking. I see what they trying to say. They want, ooh, shit. Ben Carson's ancestors is not playing. Ben Carson's ancestors are like, bitch, go hard or go home. Go hard or go home. Either take charge of this shit and do what your title tells you to do, or go hard or go home. There's even a chance that Ben Carson may not even finish out the next 4 years. Bet. His ancestors are like, go hard or go home. Like, they're not, I feel a very stern energy with his ancestors. Like, they're like, no. Strength. Guys, like, either do your job and don't let nobody turn you into a puppet, or turn in your resignation and go do good somewhere else. Ben Carson may not finish out these next 4 years. I didn't think that. I thought he would try to stay. It's gonna be a struggle. They're like, either do your job and get these policies moving that you're doing, not what somebody. It's not the job that bothers his ancestors. It's the fact he's taking orders from someone else who is in HUD that he's over, but technically the other dude is over him. They're not feeling that. They like, yo, go hard or go home. But y'all, if y'all want a reading, feel free to click the link in the description. I said the description. His ancestors are crunk. Like, I'm like, my heart is beating so fast. It's either go hard or go home. Okay, guys, if you guys want a reading, click the description box or click in the comment area, and again, conjure on.